Yo.
Hello?
I'm recording because I wanted to talk to you. I'm wasting 15 minutes of my life because I wanted to talk to you about that fuckery that I saw earlier today on The Real, which is that bullshit alternate version of The View, which I guess that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, I never watched the show. I never seen it, never saw it, and I'm just sitting in the restaurant. I'm eating my food, and it comes on in television. And I figured, it's ironic, patriarchy's over, but they have all these shows that cater to women in the middle of the day, But anyway, so I'm watching the shit, and then, you got the 4 or 5 light skinned chicks, and then Tamara, from the twin show. I forget what that show was called.
Tamara.
Yeah, Tamara. And then you got the Asian chick, and then you got the Christine Milian looking chick, and then isn't there another chick? There's one that was sitting. I think there's another.
Tamar.
She's not.
Tamar Braxton.
Yeah, she's not light skinned, but she ain't like the
Tamar Braxton?
I forget. All I know is the one in the middle. She was like real dark skinned and older.
Yeah, that's Lonnie. Yeah,
and overweight. And I was just like, no, they didn't. Here they go again with this fuckery. This like backhanded, this type of bullshit. And I was just thinking about, because, we always talk about beauty and everything. I've done that a million times on my channel. But, just the, how dark-skinned women are depicted. And how, that, it just plays into the psyche of, I'm saying, any young man seeing that, and you see it so much. Every time you see a dark chocolate sister, it's always these big mammy, looking women who are always juxtaposed to the super fine, light bright, feminine, dainty, high yellow chick, and I'm like, that shit sends a fucked up, powerful ass message, and then, every once in a while, yeah, you get the Lupitas, you get the, the black women that like, people are like, oh, what about, because colorism would be all
yeah, but it's not enough.
It's not enough, exactly.
It's not enough of them. And the quote-unquote fine ones aren't even, like, as dark as Lupita. You have, like, Gabrielle Union. I consider her to have darker skin, but I don't really consider her to be dark-skinned.
No, I don't consider her to be dark skinned. I wouldn't even.
Yeah, but that's who gets thrown in the pot when you talk about buying dark skinned women.
I wouldn't even use her. I mean, whatever happened to the chick from Jump the Broom, the dark skinned joint, Tamika? What's her name? What was her name? Tamika Skanes, Tamika Davis.
Yeah,
Tamika Davis.
I know who you're talking about.
That's who it is.
Yeah, or what's her name from Belly? Terrell Hicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's dark skinned. And she was like the eye candy.
I don't know. She didn't look dark skinned in that Jaheim video. She ain't look real dark in that Jaheim video.
No, but she's black though.
I know she's black. I'm saying Hype Williams. You and I talked about how he just
he made everybody darker.
Yeah, he brought out the chocolatey goodness in that one. I was like, when DMX was tearing that up, but I felt some type of way when I was looking. That's why I messaged you when I saw it, because I was like, here we go with this bitch, and then, that shit does affect our women. It definitely does, because when I see shit like that, I think about like just how I personally feel Karazin is out of her mind, and I'm like, this is the type of shit that fucking contributes to that shit. Even though I know she'll never call it out. Whoever. Who are the executives who control that shit and decide, yes, let's take 4 light-skinned women and 1 Asian woman and place her next to this, dark-skinned, mammy of a woman. And sometimes I'm like, in other words, like, why would you even put her there? Either you're trying to undermine black beauty, or you think that black women will relate to her because that's what you think of black women. So you're going to put up a Shrek because you think most black women are Shrek, so they'll relate to Shrek. And it's to me, this is why.
I think she was thrown in to be like the funny one. She's the comedian of the panel.
Another Angie Stone, another one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, it's like, why did it have to be her?
You know what I mean? Look, I don't even know. I don't know the lady. I mean, she probably has a great personality, great, wonderful person.
No, she's really funny. She's has, to me, one of the best personalities on the panel, but like you said, it just doesn't help our image.
It doesn't help.
It doesn't help
black beauty. That's why I be going. I go so hard with the whole, my relentless. No, it must be this, and it must be awesome, and it must be excellent, and it must be, and I understand what you're saying because it's like that's too extreme. But I'm like, you see where we are right now, like in terms of like black beauty, like you see what they keep doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, no, I want the best of the best of the best of the finest chocolate in shape. Like I don't want any disqualifiers. I want even a Klansman to walk up and be like, "That's some bad bitches."
Yeah, but you don't have to have any disqualifiers to have variety. That's what I'm telling you. That's my whole point.
No, I get that.
I'm with you on the all chocolate thing. Like at first I was like, no, include the light skinned women, but the more and more I think about it, you make a lot of sense with that. So I'm on the fence about that still because I feel like certain light-skinned women with certain features should be okay with being represented because they're not represented either.
What you mean, like the what's her name from Martin Lawrence, Tisha Campbell?
Kind of like her, but I'm more so talking about like the high yellow girls with the freckles, with natural hair and wide features. Those kind of light-skinned women. But then if you did that, then all the other light-skinned women would feel some kind of way. So I don't know. Oh,
you mean like the more natural-looking lights?
The natural-looking, where you can actually look at her face and be like, she black.
The ones that try to reassert their blackness because they're tired of everybody saying that they ain't black enough, so they go natural.
Yeah, well, not even reassert it, but because of how they're treated. Because you can't tell me that a light-skinned woman with a big-ass nose and these big-ass lips with nappy-ass hair ain't treated like a black woman. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't think she's going to have as much privilege I don't think she's going to have as much privilege as a lighter skinned, more racially ambiguous looking light skinned woman. You know what I mean?
I may give you that. I don't know. I don't know what freckled, redheaded.
Well, I can show you some pictures. I don't know if you listen to what's her name, Goddess Ayana on YouTube. You probably don't. I'm sure because she's all like spiritual and hotep or whatever.
Yeah, no hotep for me. I'm hotep out.
Yeah, but she makes a lot of good points, and so that's why I listen to her, and I just like her angle. But she's one of the light skinned sisters that to me would be qualified. Cause she looks like a sister. She just light skinned. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just. Yeah,
I get you. I'm just saying,
the same as you don't want to throw up too many. Listen, you don't want to throw up too many dark-skinned women
because the
with
black,
good hair,
no, because
quote
listen,
unquote, good hair and slim noses either.
You know that. No white women dipped in chocolate, but I'm saying the black community is retarded. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, like you got to look at it from the standpoint of you're not dealing with people who are in their right state of mind. Like it's almost like you got to go in there with your Nazi propaganda to re-educate people and brainwash them back to where they should be.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because you start doing this whole kumbaya, everybody hold hands, everybody's included and whatnot. And
I didn't say everybody.
It's like what Divine said. When it really comes down to it, when you start talking about reorganizing the race, black women and black men be on some, can Rebecca come? And then black women be like, can Brad Pitt come? You know what I mean? Like,
no, see, that's too much. Has to be a cutoff.
It has to be a cutoff, I know, but, it's just, like, my thing is I see the diss. And I feel like a lot of sisters don't really see the diss. I feel like because there's only like they put that woman up there, Lee or whatever her name is. They put her up there, and there's only like 5 other black women that are on television. you know, they're like forced to support, you know, Shrek. You know what I'm saying? And then
why does she have to be Shrek?
I'm just saying they like
Sarge, because she doesn't have an ugly face. She's just big and she wears weave.
She's the stereotype. It's just too much.
I know.
Like
but she's saying, like, you have to call her Shrek.
She's
because
everything.
Because to me, Tamar is uglier than Lonnie. Okay?
She's everything that brothers will say in a locker room about why they don't want no dark-skinned girl. Because that's what they picture. Because that's what's constantly bombarded in their head. And then on the flip side, every time they see a light skin, there's a plenty of busted ass light skinned chicks out here. Yeah. But you know, you don't see them. They're not promoted enough to be dissed. In other words, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like where are the busted light skinned chicks? Throw them all over the place so we can actually show that just because you light skinned, you ain't finer than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But
well, there's a couple of them out there, Tiny. And the
Tiny
new chick from
Tiny's not
Love
cute.
and
Tiny
Hip Hop.
look like Miss Piggy. Real talk.
Yeah, she's not cute at all. I'm sorry. And then Hazel from the new Love and Hip Hop, the one with the real big Gonzo looking nose.
I haven't been watching TV like that.
Yeah, she's horrible looking. She's horrible. And they've been like talking about her bad. It's been bad.
Yeah, I'm just saying this. You know, it's just this whole just because somebody automatically light. You know, and then and it's not like, how do I want to put this? The issue that I see is that there's not a lot of representation of dark skinned women, and when there is, they're misrepresented. And then on the other side, there's overrepresentation of light skinned women, and light skinned women are almost always represented attractive in this positive light. It's like you, I mean, literally, if you just sit there and watch television, you would think that, yeah, you know that there's some attractive dark-skinned women out there, but not as many as them light-skinned bitches, you know, like, because of what they, like, you just constantly see it every time you see, even when they do these damn commercials. You know, even when they do, now they're doing the, you know, I love when they do the racially ambiguous mom and daughter, and, you know, that's supposed to be the black family, and they have, like, a black man. They got that bad. Or I saw one in New York where they actually had a white dude, you know? So it's like this like...
Right, a white dude with a black woman?
A white dude with a high yellow black. No, she was biracial, and then the kid was biracial.
Okay.
And I was like, what's that about? But it's New York, so and I don't know what's going on. I mean, shit, De Blasio's married to a black woman, you know. But to me, everything that they do is suspect. I don't trust none of the shit that they do. You know what I mean? I feel like there's always an agenda to it, because I already know that they're not going to. I said this about The View a long time ago about. You know, they had, you know, Elizabeth Hasselbeck up there, and they never had anything. I can't say they never. I think they brought up one sister one time, and she was bad. But I'm saying as a host, like when Elizabeth Hasselbeck was up there, she was the white sex appeal, and there was nothing up there to offset that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There was no Nia Long to offset that. You know.
That's true. That's true.
And I feel like they just do that shit a lot. Just a lot in the fucking media. And sisters get it, you know, how they interpret it, to me, it's like fucked up, because they don't understand, like, how brothers interpret it. Brothers grow up their whole lives seeing nothing but, every time you see a dark-skinned woman, or most of the time you see a dark-skinned woman, and it is about percentages. It's not like it's absolute. Yeah, brothers can admit, oh yeah, I see some bad sisters on television or whatever, but I'm saying pound for pound compared to the light-skinned chicks, hell no, they haven't seen as many, and they're not lying when they say that.
I agree. I didn't look at it that way at first. I was like, whatever, they're out there. You just overlooking them. Fuck you. I used to go in. And I was like, you know what? You're right.
They're not up there, and I'm saying you talking like 20 years of conditioning. You know what I mean? You talking, you seeing it, because I remember, because I can go back as far back as like the old Jet magazines in the 80s and whatnot. Yeah. We going over 15 minutes, but fuck it, I'll break it into two parts. Like I call them the Pam Grier